going to start out with Tenderloin in this next match and see just how he handles that initial fear from Soda, see if he's able to kind of maneuver himself to avoid it or break it with a tremor, which would be even better, kind of completely negating that first Psychic Scream. And then on the other side, we're going to have to see how Complexity Red changes up their attack. Last round didn't work out much for him. They can't lock someone in place. They can't lock that Shaman in place as well as they can lock the Priest in place, because once he gets all those Winter Chills debuffs stacked up, he can't get the slowing debuffs off. But Tenderloin can just go Ghost Wolf and run around. So once again, sticking with Tender here, we're going to see when Soda comes up what he does, how he avoids this fear. Many of you Shaman at home probably have issues with Priest mounting into you on this map and just fearing you right away. Pay close attention to what Tenderloin does.
All right, Tenderloin right now, as we saw, he dropped his totems down bottom, kind of a little safety net for his totems. He's going to look to replace that Tremor in a bit, drinking up, making sure he has full mana for the first engagement of the fight.
Yeah, neither team really wants to push into the other here. They all want the best position. Last round, Complexity Red went on ahead and did run into EG, and they lost that round, so they're probably hesitating a bit here because of that fact. Not a huge factor, the stealth buffs either, so who knows, maybe these teams will sit here for the next 15 minutes. Hopefully not, though. hopefully the action gets moving along here shortly.
It's this kind of situation. You basically want the other team to push, because that gives you the setup that you want, especially with these teams. And looks like, there we go. Now we're going to see the push coming in. We're going to switch back to Tenderloin, see how he handles this right now. See the Water Elemental already coming out. All right, and we saw Soda right now is counterspelled, but look at that. Big fear coming out right there. Howl of Terror onto Tenderloin, and we saw a counterspell onto Azale. Tenderloin taking a lot of damage right now, having to drop down at half health right now. Already has the Earth Shield switched back onto himself.
Yeah, he had to jump off the middle there, and I'm surprised we didn't see a quick switch to Pooks there, because Tender's out of commission here for the moment underneath the bridge, but he's going to come back up and start to heal Pooks here. But he is still Nova'd, so Pooks might be in a little bit of trouble. Needs to get down to Tender. He's in LOS, though, so he's going to get picked up here, and no one's going to be in too much trouble. That was a massive fear at the beginning, though. I'm surprised we didn't have to see more cooldowns out of Tender. They didn't invest a lot of their cooldowns to really force those out of him, though, so they'll have them for the next time they choose to push the attack.
Yeah, now Tenderloin doing a great job of trying to stay out of line of sight. However, Death Coil down into the bottom center, switches the Earth Shield onto himself with a Deep Freeze right now, taking a ton of damage, counterspell on top of it after that Shadow Burn.
Dude, a huge fact to get that Earth Shield up before all that CC was put into him. Could have been the difference maker there. Now Soda in a bit of trouble as he's out into the open, using that little ledge there, little clipping to avoid some damage. So he's going to be out of the woods for now, but he's still not in the best of spots right now. Kind of out in the open, using this entrance to the buffing area to kind of LOS as much damage as he can. Now Venruki's got Hypothermia, so look for a possible switch to him. Now we hear Snut screaming a bit in the background here. They're going on Pooks hard, but he does have Hypothermia, I believe. No Hypothermia, so he's going to be okay. He's not going to die right now. He's just using the middle pillar to LOS.
Yeah, Venruki's Hypothermia is on him because he did block offensively. Tenderloin landed a Hex onto him, so he's still he's a viable target to switch on. Azale right now being counterspelled again. Big Shadow Fury right there, followed by that Howl of Terror, which we see constantly from those Destruction Locks. But look, now they're switching back onto Tenderloin. Drops that Stoneclaw, taking a ton of damage. He was down to 1 health right there.
Down to 1 HP and then gets the Nature Swiftness off, as we hear Snut screaming in the background. They're still pushing the attack here. They still want that kill. He knows he's still in trouble. Tenderloin, 12k HP now. Deep Freeze comes in. Venruki with the Ice Lance. CS on the Tenderloin. Let's see if this Earth Shield procs. It does. Nature's Guardian proc. Stoneclaw Totem. Oh my goodness. Such a close match there. He almost lived, but he got. Now, as Snuts exclaims, "What's up?" letting Azale know he's still a factor. They aren't going to just come in there and simply waltz over them. Great game there. Some intense moments for sure.
Look at that damage out of Soda. We talk about the Priest being that triple DPS when you need it to. Almost 40,000 damage, doing more than Pooks. Yeah. Obviously, we do count those absorbs, but still, I mean, look at that. Tenderloin, 175,000 damage. It's amazing he lasted that long.
Well, he played amazingly well. There was moments there where